Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is August the 3rd, 2024, and I am in downtown St. John. You can tell by the fog. We're right here on the Bay of Fundy. And why are we in St. John? Well, because it's the 50th anniversary of a little car that was built right here in St. John. The only car that was built in New Brunswick. And it's called the Bricklin. Have you ever heard of it? Pretty famous car around here. And pretty popular around the world because the International Bricklin Association is in town to celebrate. This month is the 50th anniversary of the creation of the car back in 1974. Its history goes back to before that, in the early 70s, when a car manufacturer, Mr. Bricklin, got in touch with the Premier of New Brunswick, Richard Hatfield, and wanted to set up this car that would compete with the Corvette in the US. And they decided, yeah, let's do it, because the population in New Brunswick was having an unemployment of 25%, which was very high. So they thought, well, if they could get some people back to work, let's finance the building of cars here in New Brunswick. So that's what they did. 1,200 people got to work for about 2 years, 1974, 1975. And then the New Brunswick government decided that they didn't want to finance it anymore, and that was the end of the Bricklin. Yeah, the Bricklin did have a few quirks in it. They had some weather sealing problems, they had some electrical problems, they had some door panel problems, but it was a cool looking car. It looks a lot like the DeLorean, but it has some unique features as well to it that make it uniquely the Bricklin. So let's show you some of the cars that are here. This is the prototype car for 1970 that was used. It's owned by the Brunswick Museum now, but this is the car that they used to have the concept to create the Bricklin there in the background. You can see in some of the photographs that we've got wooden parts to it too in the original concept car. There's what it is from 1972. From McAllister Place to downtown St. John, we've seen how Malcolm Bricklin's vision with Richard Hatfield, the premier at the time, to create a sports car that would rival some of the ones of the day. It came out in 1974 with 74, 75, and then in a flash in the pan, it was gone. But 50 years later, they're still on the road. People are collecting them, and it's beautiful to see them with those gull wings and that unique bumper. If you see one around at a local car show, stop. Take a look at it. I mean, there's a lot of innovation in that car, and it's a bit of New Brunswick history. So I'm glad that St. John, even on a foggy day, was able to host a bunch of people to come in and pay homage to this car. The old factory still exists. It's run by a different company, but it is being renamed as the Bricklin building. So it's kind of nice that that bit of history will remain. Thanks for joining me, and you guys have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.